London's Hyde Park is buzzing with preparations for this year's British Summertime Music Festival. Now in its fourth year, organisers are expecting more than 400,000 people over the next 10 days. This year's event is attracting some Grammy Award-winning heavyweights like crooner Charlie Wilson.
Final touches to the main stage as London prepares to welcome the British Summertime Festival 2016. Florence and the Machine, Kendrick Lamar and Stevie Wonder are just some of the big names set to perform. And now in its fourth year, it's expecting its largest turnout so far.
I think this year we've just got the best lineup we've ever had. So, one-off events, Stevie Wonder doing Songs of the Key of Life as a, European exclusive. Carole King doing Tapestry for the first time ever. Things like that I think that make this year stand out.
The 10-day event features music, comedy, open-air cinema, street food, and for budding rock stars, there's even a special karaoke event.
It's London's biggest summer music festival, and it's headlined by some of the industry's leading talents. Over the next few days, over 400,000 fans will be flocking here to London's Hyde Park.
And there is a light that shines on you.
British singer-songwriter and guitarist Corinne Bailey Rae is set to perform alongside Stevie Wonder and Pharrell Williams on Sunday at one of the festival's sold-out events.
I just think there's something for everyone here, and it's brilliant that people can come together in London at this time and sort of join together in music and spend some time together. I think it's fantastic.
The UK may be reeling post-Brexit, but many Londoners will be using this weekend to dance those troubles away. Miriam François, TRT World, London.
London's iconic Hyde Park plays host to the British Summertime Festival once more. This year, the event boasts performances from the likes of Massive Attack, Florence and the Machine, Carole King, Mumford and Sons, Take That and Stevie Wonder. We're now joined by Charles Donovan, entertainment journalist and blogger, to talk about it in detail. Hello and welcome to Showcase.
Thank you.
Rather impressive lineup there, Charles. Does it look set to be a good year for the festival?
I think it looks set to be an exceptional year. You've got two, I know the term legend gets thrown around a lot, but you've got two absolute stone-cold legends in Carole King and Stevie Wonder. So it's a very exciting year.
Right. For those of us not familiar with it, can you give us a brief introduction to this festival? Where does it take place and what does it hope to accomplish?
Of course. It's been going since, for 4 years now. It started in 2013. And it, every year, brings together some amazing headliners. That's people like The Who, The Rolling Stones, with also very well-chosen sort of greats from specific genres. So you've got Al Jarreau, you had people like Nile Rodgers and Chic. So it's right in the middle of London in Hyde Park, the most famous park in the city. And it's pretty formidable, really.
Right. Well, Carole King is definitely a festival highlight this year. Her last appearance was 25 years ago. What took her so long?
Good, that's a very good question. I think her fans in this country, they've had to wait a quarter of a century. I think they thought it might never happen. She did make an album in the 90s that didn't really get released over here. And so, there was very little activity. But there have been indications in recent years that she was, warming up to the UK again. She did a Christmas special here for the BBC in around 2011 or 12. Her autobiography came out that was a big success. And then, of course, on the West End, the musical about her life called Beautiful has become a huge success. So she couldn't have picked a better time, really. Her stock is at its highest, I think, in this country since the Tapestry years. And here she is. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, another possibly historical moment is this Stevie Wonder concert. Tell us what makes it so.
Well, Stevie Wonder is performing in its entirety a work, like the classic 1976 album, Songs in the Key of Life, It's a double album, and it came out in the middle of a run of amazing albums. Beginning around 1972, Stevie Wonder got more independence, artistic independence from Motown, and that led to a string of brilliant albums. This is one of the peaks from those years. And not only is it a double album, when it came out, it was issued with an additional 7-inch that contained 4 more songs. So it's actually 2.5 albums. And Stevie Wonder has been performing it in its entirety for a couple of years now. And so finally, that show is coming to London, which is wonderful news.
Right. Also, Carole King's daughter. You have a few things to say about her as well, don't you?
Yes, well, I think it's, Louise Goffin, who is Carole King's eldest daughter, and also the daughter of Jerry Goffin, who was the amazing lyricist with whom Carole wrote many of those classic songs. Louise is a singer-songwriter in her own right. Her first album came out in 1979, and in some ways she's had to toil in the shadow that Carole King and Tapestry casts, which is a huge shadow. But in fact, she's not like Carole King Mark II. She is, she has significant and idiosyncratic qualities, and she's a standout talent. She plays a lot of instruments, and she writes great songs. And she'll be on at 3:40. And then she'll return, I believe, during the Tapestry performance.
Right.
And she's really worth checking out for people who don't know her.
Well, thanks for that tip, Charles Donovan. Thank you very much for joining us from London.